Every day she'd stop by the cafe, pick up a tea and muffin, and walk them over to his bench. At first, their exchanges were brief, just a polite nod, a quiet thank you. But as the days grew colder and her visits more frequent, their conversations began to stretch. She learned he had once been a school teacher. History and literature, he told her, eyes brightening as if the memory warmed him. He had taught for over 30 years at a small community school before retiring early. When she asked why, he gave a soft, sad smile. "Life happened," he said, "and I didn't have anyone left to go home to." James had lost his wife too. Cancer a decade earlier. They had no children. After retiring, he sold the house and moved into a small apartment. But as the years went on, rent prices rose and his pension barely covered the essentials. Eventually, he lost his home. With no family to lean on, he chose the streets. "But I didn't want to be bitter," he said one morning as they watched. "The pigeons peck at breadcrumbs, so I came here. Every day. This river, these birds, they reminded me that life still has quiet moments." Sarah was stunned. The man she'd assumed was just another silent fixture of the city had lived. A life full of love, purpose, and heartbreak. His voice carried the tone of someone who had accepted life's cruelty without letting it harden his heart. One particularly windy morning, Sarah noticed his hands trembling more than usual. His coat had holes near the cuffs, and his shoes were soaked through. Without saying a word, she took a detour after work and returned with a thick wool blanket and a waterproof poncho. She placed them next to him with a smile. "I hope this helps a little." James looked at the bundle, then at her eyes glistening. "No one has done something like this for me in years," he said quietly. That evening, for the first time, Sarah cried. Not because of pity, but because she realized how many people like James were out there. Kind, quiet souls who slipped through the cracks. Unseen, she started bringing him books-used paperbacks from thrift stores or ones she'd already read. They'd talk about the characters, the meaning behind the stories, and whether the author had gotten the ending right. It reminded him of the classroom. It reminded her of something she hadn't felt in years. Connection. Soon people began noticing. A jogger brought a thermos of coffee. A mother let her child hand him a drawing. The bench, once overlooked, had become a quiet gathering place.